I'm good, brother. Welcome back. First show of the new year. Shout out to y'all.
Yeah. Straight out 2021 in effect. We got the Iceman, Mr. Amir Drake. How you feeling today, sir?
Hey, man, I'm good, man. I'm back. I'm blessed. Let's get it.
Let's do it. And also the man that makes everything just look so smooth, man. We got the professional, Mr. D. Stanfield. How you doing, sir?
Man, I'm doing excellent, man. Shout out to Big Game James for all the contributions as well, man.
Yeah, can't forget Big Game James, man. And shout out to these microphones, man. Y'all see these new microphones we got?
Oh, man.
Got us sounding crystal clear.
Crystal clear, man.
Crystal.
Shout out to SMCG, baby. Yeah, you got our sponsor, baby.
Crystal clear.
Man, I'm saying is getting off to a great start.
Great start.
Absolutely.
And so just shout out, welcome to everybody that's watching the show so far. Please like and share. But I'm about to get right into it, man. Throw that first banner on.
Yeah, man. Let's get this thing popping.
All right, man. College football national championship. Once again, Nick Saban stomps on the competition. Once again, Ohio State falls short. I got to start with the professional on this one, man. What was your thoughts on the game? Like, were you excited in the beginning when they were going back and forth before Bama just put their foot on their necks?
No, I wasn't excited at all. I wasn't excited at all. I knew what was coming. It was inevitable. You know what? Let me be respectful.
Shout out to Justin Fields.
Shout out to Justin Fields, man. Let me be respectful. My man Ice is an Ohio State fan, so I'm gonna be cordial with it. I take that win just like I take every other W. But on the second drive, when I saw him throw that pass to the right corner and he cringed, I was like, yo, it's gonna be a long night for him. Yeah. I was like, yo, that hit from Skalinski is still lingering. And then Sermon went down on the first play. I was like, yo, it's about to be a long night for them. But they held it down for the first 3 possessions, and then that Bama life, that saving life kicked in, man. So I'd say they got everything that I expected them to get. In my heart of hearts, I wish it was Clemson because we owed them one. But I mean, they didn't step up to the plate. They did not. Sunshine got sunsetted, and we moved on. So that's roll tide, absolutely, all day.
I mean, is Saban the greatest ever? Is it even close?
Yeah, I think he's the greatest coach ever. He's definitely the greatest recruiter. He's definitely the greatest recruiter ever known to man.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Shout out to that Cupid shuffle.
Say that again.
I said he's definitely the greatest recruiter in football ever.
Okay.
I will never give him that.
That's fair. That's fair. I'd like to hear who you would give that to, but my whole thing is I haven't seen him overcome adversity on every level for me to give him that title. But he's definitely top 3 greatest college coach ever. In my book, he's the greatest. But
okay, and Ice, I'm gonna let you go last because Ohio State is your team. But Courtney, I'm curious to hear, like, even before you touch on the game, who do you feel is a better recruiter than Nick Saban?
Pete Carroll, to me. That's typical. I'm gonna be biased as hell. No, but I actually was there with my boy. No matter, Pete wasn't there long, but what I would say this is when he was there, he had them guys, and I know he didn't say and you hey, nobody is referring to money here. We're not gonna talk about Nick Saban and all of the amazing deals he had. You feel me? He played the game the way you're supposed to play the game, and when he did that, he won very well. If you notice, USC has struggled since.
Yes, they have.
And their lack of respect for Pete Carroll is why they continue to struggle since.
Their lack of respect for Pete Carroll is because he got out of there right before the
sanctions. That has nothing. Hey, the man had an opportunity and he went for it. You feel me?
Shout out to Chip Kelly.
You know what? I'm out of this time. I'm out of this conversation because all my boy did was have an opportunity and he seized the moment. That's it.
Oh, he sees it.
Not guilty.
With the bag.
Yes, sir.
Hey, man.
Woo! All right, so what's your thoughts on the game, man?
I actually wanted Justin to do a little bit better. Once I realized he can't really run like he wants to, then it was over. To me, that's the only way.
Interesting. So
that's the only way you're going to beat.
Speed.
Not even that. That's the only way you beat Nick Saban. Like, he going to have everything match. You're going to have to use your legs as the quarterback to make it happen. And then after that, it was just a game. Like, he tried, he gave an effort, but Bama's a problem, man.
Yeah,
like if
Bama's
you
too
if
much,
you not
man.
yeah if you don't got a defense to really bother them, and it's a shootout, you gonna have to score every time. Like you gotta get up.
Does this drop Justin out of the top 10 in terms?
Nah, because his recruiting guy just got an NFL job. It might take him to the number 1 spot. You never know. Hey man.
Nah, it's not.
Sunshine.
Hey man.
It don't take him.
Anything is possible, man.
It don't take him out of the top 10, but it definitely, like, there's definitely you go into the draft with injury concerns where he might not have had to do anything but a pro day. He might want to do a little bit extra just to show that he's not hampered by the injuries.
Man, they took Tua with a half of a hip, man.
Pro days.
I hope so.
They took Tua with a half a hip. That's racism.
Whoa. Okay, we won't have the dead air on this one. Actually, what we're going to do is we're going to go to the Iceman.
Yeah, I'll put him on the spot.
Amir Drake.
I wanted him to bite him.
Hey, Ice, correct me if I'm wrong, but half hip Tua was 3 points away from beating Broadway Joe, if I'm not mistaken.
It really was.
Okay.
Almost only counts in horseshoes and grenades.
All right, so we're going to go to the Iceman, man. What's your thoughts, man? That was your team in there. So I know you had rooting interest.
Man, I was.
But it got ugly.
Had my hat on.
Okay.
Devon called me during the game.
Facts.
And I'm just like, man, we couldn't stop him. Like, I don't even remember seeing Alabama punt. I was just like, yo, we can't stop them. If we get into a shootout, it's over with. And once we had kicked the field goal and got the 17 points, I knew it was over with from there.
Facts.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to Dalton Smith too.
Then when Sermon went down, we already had boys COVID not playing like starters. It's not like you coming off the bench. And Alabama's so deep. They lost their starting safety and never lost a beat. Yeah. Like, they got third, fourth stringers that can start on any team in the country.
And speaking to their depth and the amount of talent that they have, I was hoping like Smith could kind of sneak, and fall in the draft. They talking about that man being the top 5 pick.
Hey man,
what he was able to do,
he needs to get
he's so
bag.
smooth.
Yo, what he was able to do in the first half alone and take the second half. Yo, you got 3 touchdowns, 215 yards in the first.
Where should he go?
I said that I think that Jamar Chase should be a Giant because the Giants need a bigger receiver.
I think he should go to the Jets.
Neither one of them gonna make it.
Yeah, they're not gonna make it.
Neither one.
I'm just saying
he should go to the Jets.
Flip up.
Listen, everybody who's talking about the Jets should draft a quarterback, you just drafted Sam Darnold. Get Sam Darnold some real help.
Fact.
Jets, draft a number 1 wide receiver for your quarterback.
I say you sign
give him
him.
an opportunity.
I say you sign him. Forget what Herb say. Sign him.
Draft and grow.
Pay AB. He needs some money.
AB with Tom.
He gonna leave
after this. If AB have another performance like last week, AB about to get the bag in Tampa.
Man, for real.
Absolutely.
He went
Jets,
off in the playoffs.
For real.
Yeah, Jets, please invest in your young quarterback.
Let me go ahead and say this since I'm getting the side eye. Shout out to Court for saying that AB will be back before we knew it.
Oh, I didn't give you the side eye for that. I was looking at something on my phone. But AB, it's your time, baby. You feel me? I saw you this weekend. It's your time.
Hey, Ray Marsh said he thinks Cincinnati or Miami. Miami definitely.
Miami would be dope. Whoever said that.
Ray Marsh. But some of the mock drafts
would be dope.
have Miami taking a quarterback as well. Stop it. I get tired of all these mock drafts acting like everybody's supposed to draft quarterbacks every year.
Deshaun Watson might be Miami.
They just drafted a quarterback.
Yeah, he's definitely on the trade block.
Please help your quarterback, Miami. Get somebody for Tua to throw.
I'm with you on the O-line for the Jets, too. I think they need to go ahead and keep working around their line, personally. The Giants not going to be able to get Jamar Chase or Smith. We might be able to get I've been trying to hold on to his name all day. He is the other wide receiver.
Jalen Waddle.
Might be able to get Jalen Waddle.
Out there limping.
He might fall down to us because of
he's 5'9" though.
Jalen Waddle.
He's short, bro. He's not.
He's the best receiver in this class.
He's not better than Smith.
He's better than Smith.
But he's 5'9".
If he plays this year, Devontae doesn't even get the Heisman, bro.
Everybody, y'all hear this?
Listen,
y'all listen to the Fresh Perspective.
What I'm saying is, I just don't. It's nothing wrong with who he is as a talent. You feel me? If we're going to, this is just me speaking to Giants world. If we're keeping Sterling Shepard, there isn't a need to go get him. I mean, you could add him too because he's actually a number one, but they both little, and you're making these windows tighter for Daniel Jones.
Yes, Danny
so
Dom.
I looked it up. Kyle Pitts is high at floor, man. Like he's kind of solid. He's big enough. They need some athleticism. It's more than likely Evan Ingram is about it. So,
okay.
I do want Jamar Chase. I want a bigger receiver, even if it's a tight end. I need somebody bigger. For we got enough
Cincinnati to be back with Joe Burrow. You think Cincinnati gonna let Joe Burrow as number one?
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
I wouldn't personally.
I would personally be going after either Joe Burrow's help on the offensive line, or I'll be going on that defensive line.
But you know how these GMs love sexy.
I'm gonna be honest
more
with
sexy
you.
than the wide receiver.
What pick Cincinnati got?
Like 4 or 5.
Yeah, like
Jamar Chase is in.
I'm gonna keep it real with you. I personally, if I was in the office, I'd take Jamar, but everything else around the draft would be focused on offensive line, defensive line.
Shout out to Bo. That's what I was trying to say, Bo. If Jalen Waddle almost beat Jalen Waddle and Tua are the ones that almost beat Joe Burrow last year.
Almost don't count.
Devontae had a good game, but Jalen Waddle went off.
I got you.
Jalen Waddle came into the.
He a rock star. It's just his height for me. Personally.
And the injury, right? And the injury.
Now he a rock star though. Like I'm not gonna be mad if we take him. It's just he 5'9".
Yeah, nobody's talking. So Ray, nobody's talking about Rashad Bateman, but
he's a first round talent.
Because and they're only not talking about him because he didn't play this year. But
he's a first round talent.
The boy is.
How big is he?
He like 6'1".
He's like 6'1". Yeah,
200.
Yeah. I just need somebody with some height. Like Daniel Jones is 6.
He shouldn't have went to.
He'll be in your range.
Daniel Jones is
Rashad
tall,
shouldn't have went to Minnesota, bro. Let's be clear. He should have went to Michigan. Never mind.
Maybe somebody had some of that Pete Carroll when they came to the house.
Hey.
Some good Pete Carroll.
Come on now.
To the right. Hey, yo, what's the next slide, man? Talk to me, man. What's the next slide?
All right, man. Let's jump to it, man.
And Bo, you right. Jamar Chase is the best wide receiver in the draft, and he's not going to make it to your Eagles.
He might.
Shout out to Bo 2.0.
He might make it to the Eagles.
Facts. Let's. All right.
All right, man. NFL wild card recap. We had a crazy weekend last week. I mean, just starting out. Look, I know I'm biased. I'm a Raven fan. So, did I enjoy the Steelers losing last week?
Absolutely.
Yes. Yes.
What happened?
I enjoyed that.
Oh, the Steelers?
The Steelers
let's jump into that right now.
Catching that twisted tea can. Yes, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, let's jump in that. Let's talk about that first.
So let's talk about it. Courtney, talk to me about the playoffs last week.
Let's talk about Let's talk about Ben Roethlisberger going home immediately. As I told y'all before, his old ass was going home immediately. All that fucking winning. I don't give a fuck about 11-0. All them goddamn wins, all them goddamn yards, all that talking, all that. Oh, look at Pittsburgh. They're on fire. They're gonna win. That nigga went home immediately. Now y'all can have the rest of the stage. I just wanted to say I was fucking right. I told y'all. Just like I told him Phillip was going home. Them old niggas is out of commission, bro.
That was Frank Reich's fault. That was Frank Reich's fault. That was poor coaching.
Phillip.
Every time Phillip gets somewhere, it's about coaching, organization, everybody but him.
That
first quarter, that loss wasn't on fourth.
Loser. That loss wasn't on Phillip.
You know what? A lot of losses in his life wasn't on him. Guess what wasn't on him? The fucking wins either. How about that?
Because he ain't got none.
You hear me? Now y'all can have it because the old niggas is up out of here.
All right,
don't worry.
I'm gonna go to you, man, because your Buffalo Bills got off the schneid. It'd been like 20-something years, man, before
Shout out
and I really, before you start, I got to talk about Josh Allen.
Yes, sir.
Josh Allen in that vaunted 2018 quarterback class is vaunted now. You got 3 of those guys still alive in the playoffs.
Absolutely.
But Jared Allen had the worst accuracy, even worse than Lamar. Mm-hmm. And this man worked on his game so much that he is now an accurate quarterback.
Absolutely.
And he can run.
Absolutely.
Like the boy is a problem.
Yes, he is.
And he did it in 1 year.
Yes, he did.
Well, no,
So-
he didn't.
Yes, he did.
No,
he was
did
not. He was not this dude last year.
No,
It was a progression.
gradual.
It was a
He got
gradual
better every
progression.
year, but this
If you
year-
worked his ass
even
off.
if you
This
look at
year
even if
it
you
was
look at
so-
his footwork this year is a
Yeah.
lot different.
This year was so much better.
He worked his ass off.
Yeah,
But let's give some credit to Diggs though. Diggs and Cole.
and Kobe
He got a legit
Yeah.
number one.
and the late riser, Mr. Davis.
Yes, absolutely.
Man,
We got some weapons, man. Dawson,
even Dawson Knox. Yeah.
we got some weapons, man. We looking like the K gun, man.
But Allen is putting
Whoa,
it
whoa,
on.
whoa, whoa,
We
whoa.
looking like the K gun.
Let's not say that because the K gun never got over the hump.
I mean, it's a new day, man. You know,
And you know, and like I said, we talked about this in the beginning. I mean, my Baltimore Ravens is going.
Can't count on
against you
Phillip
guys,
Rivers
so,
to do shit these days.
Of course, you know my heart is with my Ravens, but
Yes, they
I
are.
think we got 2 young stars at quarterback.
it's gonna be fun to watch.
Yeah, our franchises are now.
Yeah.
You know, and speaking and D, if you can speak to
Your franchises.
our franchises are now.
Man,
Because
please.
think about
They
it.
franchises now.
On the AFC, you got the now guys. You got Baker, you got Lamar, you got Jarrett. Then on the NFC, you got the legends. You got Breeze, you got Brady. You know what I'm saying? So
Got
Devon, speak to the legends on the NFC side, man. What you see going on in the playoffs?
First of all, man, shout out to my Chicago Bears that took that massive and horrendous L.
It wasn't their fault.
You know the drop touchdown by
It was definitely his fault.
yeah that drop touchdown changed everything.
That whole game is on him.
Man, shout out to Drew Brees, shout out to Tom Brady, man, shout out
Legends.
One of them got to lose.
All Hall of Famers.
all Hall of Famers.
Oh wow!
These are facts.
It's funny because like Tom owes Drew this year. Drew got over on him twice, and Drew hasn't even been spectacular this year. And he missed he missed like 4 games.
He missed
Four
a lot.
or
with them
5
broke,
games.
with them
The
broken
broke ribs, and they let Taysom Hill get loose.
Yeah. Oh, pause.
Trash him Hill.
Okay.
Honestly, I think Tom going home next week.
I don't think so. I think
Tom going home.
I think Tom is saving.
Are you drunk?
I think Tom was saving his best for last. I think
Tom is
I
going
think
home.
if Phillip Rivers is the catastrophic loser, then Drew Brees is his alter ego in the NFC.
AB.
Ooh, that was dope.
AB.
That was dope.
It's Tom, big baby. It's Tom, AB.
Listen, man, unless the refs get involved and start patting Tom Brady on the butt, you know what I'm talking about?
Hey, man.
Tom
AB.
Brady.
The only time that Drew Brees ever got over the hump is when Greg Williams led the charge on Bountygate.
Tom Brady.
Wow.
Tom Brady. This is real simple. When it all get bad, right, and it's all foggy, 84, and just let
throw it up.
just 84, man, and just ride the train, man.
Ron Thomas said the Bills would beat the Ravens.
Thanks,
Shout
Ron.
out.
Huh? The Bills gonna beat the hell out the Ravens.
I ain't gonna say
No,
all
sir.
of that.
The Bills are about to beat the hell out the Ravens. I'm putting it on the wax.
It's about to be beef.
I put it-
Biggie said what's beef.
Yeah,
we about to
well.
see beef.
Yeah, well, call it what you want.
Zach
The Bills
Guthrie,
gonna beat the hell out of them.
Zach Guthrie said Josh Allen is nice. I think the key for the Ravens to stop them is to stop Allen and Diggs. No other worries. Ooh.
And you know, speaking of working
They
their tails off,
can't do it.
Stephon Diggs, a
Marcus Peters finna get worked.
round pick, has ascended to being top 3, if not number 1,
Do I get my
wide
credit?
receiver in the
do
league.
Do I get my credit for saying that 3 years ago when
do
I was
get your
calling them
credit
out
for that.
in
That's
Minnesota?
Tarver Latoya said, Goldie, did you hear that the Eagles coach got fired?
Yes, I did. Everybody, that's my sister-in-law.
Hey,
That's
yes,
and
sir.
she's a diehard Eagles fan.
Yes,
Shout out to
dude.
Latoya, everybody.
Latoya, let's go.
That's
Yes,
my
he-
sister-in-law.
Yes, he did get fired.
We love
yes,
you,
he did.
Latoya.
Yes, he did get fired. Let's make sure we announce that again. Doug Peterson was definitely fired, and he has a statue in front of the fucking arena. Imagine that.
Zach Guthrie also said, what about the weather for the Bills game versus the Ravens?
Bills.
Now that I'm worried about.
Lamar never
I'm
played.
worried
Bills,
about
no,
Lamar.
Bills
Lamar
gonna
is
beat
a
the hell out of
Florida boy.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
he gonna learn about New York
See,
weather.
that's the difference with Flacco. Flacco was from Pennsylvania, 10-inch hands. He could play in the snow. I'm worried about my boy Lamar because he's a speed
Don't worry about
guy.
Lamar. He
So I'm
gonna be
hoping it
good.
doesn't snow. Look, fingers crossed. I'm hoping it doesn't snow.
Oh, it will.
Yeah, that was an easy catch, Dalton, man. Shout out to you, man. Appreciate you admitting that doesn't change the fact that we lost. But anyway, Yeah, man. I think with the Legends game, the AARP game, if you want, I think Tom Brady's gonna come out on top because I feel like Tom Brady has more talent all around. His defense is definitely top 10.
This game is Michael Thomas versus Antonio Brown.
Is back, yo.
Michael Thomas versus Antonio Brown.
I know he's back. Like,
this is that game.
Okay,
y'all hear me?
He got to fill of that end zone.
Y'all hear me?
And it's gonna be.
Last time he got in the end zone, he was doing the James Brown.
You heard what Ice just said, right?
My
Ice said Michael Thomas back. This game is about Antonio Brown and Michael Thomas. Whichever one of them get off and do their thing will be the victor.
I agree.
I just bank on AB.
Y'all disrespectful towards Mike Evans and Chris Godwin, ain't you?
Yeah.
No, it's no disrespect at all.
Brady does have some.
Mike Evans ain't never in his life been Antonio Brown. If you feel like you're Antonio Brown,
that's not what I was saying.
If he feels like that, let me help them win this game so he can get it out of his ego. You're not Antonio Brown.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that the supporting cast in Tampa is a lot better.
I didn't say nobody else got to show up. I said when it come down to it, whichever one of them don't get off the most, probably gonna lose.
Hold up, y'all being disrespectful to Mr. Alvin Kamara though.
What?
Facts.
Alvin Kamara gonna have something to say about this game,
Man.
Oh yeah, he is.
All right.
Yeah.
He is.
All right.
Zach said, "Who gets more yards, Ravens rushing or Bills passing?" Yeah, that's a disrespectful question, but I like it.
If we get more yards rushing, we win the game.
Ravens rushing to get more yards, they still gonna get their ass whooped.
Now let's talk about Ice's boy Baker. Now,
Yeah, I mean,
you got
come on, man.
you got Bake versus Pat Mahomes.
They were going to the playoffs. Who? Me and Court.
Who?
Me. Oh no, all three of us said me. Ice.
No, I said L.A. I said Las Vegas.
I said me, Ice, and Court.
Yeah, I said
are the
Las
ones
Vegas.
that said that they was going to the playoffs.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
I said
told
Las
y'all,
Vegas.
man, Baker Magic, man. Y'all know I'm on the Baker bandwagon, man. I love the moxie, man.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Hey, it is what it is.
But I definitely did tell you there are better people in the organization running this thing
Shout out to Stefanski.
with more
Thank you for
control.
beating COVID.
Not even well, shout out to you
shout
for
out.
beating
Yeah,
COVID.
no doubt.
But you got to go higher upstairs into the front office. But I thought they'd
Shout
be a
out to
better
Jason
team
Wright.
this year. I thought they'd be a better team this year.
First black president of operations, right?
Oh, we gonna talk
believe
about that too. We gonna talk
But
about that stuff too.
I thought they would have a better team. I'm not gonna do it to y'all because we're having a good show and we're gonna move consistently. But I will say, I warned y'all that if they went to the playoffs without Odell Beckham, then
you
y'all
did
would
say
have
that.
y'all would have to backtrack and tell me I wasn't tripping when I told y'all that he is the common denominator
He's the
in
issue.
certain failures right now.
He's the
Not that he can't bounce back and be great, but now I hope from the outside looking in, he sees how well his team figured shit out and got it done and got into the playoffs and was successful without all of the other stuff.
Talking about the Legends game.
Ray, shout out to Ray Marsh. She said it'll come down to how committed TB is to play action. Understand, Tom Brady is going to be committed to whatever he needs to do to win.
No, I think
Whatever he needs
I don't think
to
he
do.
said. I don't think he was talking about Tom Brady. I think he was talking about Tampa Bay as a whole, not necessarily Tom Brady.
I could guarantee you Drew Brees throw 2 picks.
Because we forget.
I can see that.
We forget.
But they
Who's the running back at Tampa Bay?
Jones and then Fournette
Exactly.
I don't bet.
They got
against
weapons everywhere.
Brady.
everywhere. Yeah.
I'm not betting against Brady. I'm sorry. I done had nightmares about Brady.
Yeah, I feel you. I
20 years, man.
And every time you was having a nightmare, Eli Manning was like, "Yes, I get to play Tom again." Yes.
Only happened.
Oh, yo, shout out to Yuri Burrows, man.
So that was
He
always-
going for the Browns. Listen, hey, Yuri, I know the Browns had a good game last week, but they about to deal with KC. And listen, and I know Kareem Hunt is foaming at the bit, ready to get at these Chiefs. But I think Pat Mahomes
Yuri's
gonna
only
have something
going.
to say.
Yuri's only going for the Browns because his ass is a Patriots fan and he don't want nobody that either beat the Patriots or plays in their division to actually get a W. So shut up, Yuri.
Why you dissing my boy?
That's my man too. He know he's my man, but he's still being disrespectful, man. Stop keeping it emotional.
All right, hey, Mr. Professional, what's the next slide, man? What we got?
Man.
Hey, shout out to Angelique Fernandez, my home girl, man. My day one.
All right. Yeah. Speaking of the NFL, we got a couple firings in the NFL, didn't we? Shout out to Bo 2.0.
That was loaded. That was loaded. Yeah, hey,
shout out to Urban Meyer getting that job though.
Hey, Angelique, our Ravens, man, we got a tough task next week, man. But we'll see what's happening, man. But we was definitely playoff football.
You're losing.
The feeling in Baltimore. Oh, Trust Raven in the building. It's mad Ravens in the building. Yes.
I never seen so many losers show up.
Oh man, and listen, and on that note, it's been a lot of NFL coaches that just got fired recently. We got a lot of positions open. So we actually have a resident aspiring GM on our squad. So, Mr. Young and Talented, I'm going to start with you on this one, man.
Sure,
just talk to me about some of these firings. What do you feel the best openings are, and what are the best opportunities, and who you think could get who? I mean, listen, man, Jacksonville got the first pick. You going to get Sunshine.
Well, Urban already there.
And he going to get Sunshine. I think that's a good situation.
Yeah, well, not for who?
For Urban. For whoever coaches that squad.
I don't think Sunshine the best quarterback in the draft. So that's why, to me, it's like, okay, cool. The Eagles' job is intriguing. It is a good job. I might diss the Eagles, but they're not that far off. They just need to get their quarterback room in order and figure out how they want to play it. I think they're gonna take Deuce, right? A lot of noise around Deuce. Yeah. If they take Deuce, it could change like that quick. I think it's gonna be accountability. He won't allow certain things to happen. You won't get as many leaks out of there because a lot of people would trust coaching staff and relationships better. So probably the Eagles might be the most intriguing. I think Jaguar cool. I don't think Urban gonna have the balls to like. I don't think Trevor Lawrence is the pick, but I think somebody want him. I think you could package it, get you some more.
I need you to go a little deeper on that one. How is Trevor Lawrence not the pick?
That's just to me. Again, we didn't
is
really
it a
get
gut
to talk.
feeling? Is it numbers? Like what is it?
It's just I don't see the magic that everybody see. I think he's a good quarterback. I think he's gonna be able to get numbers. I don't think he'll be bad in the NFL. I don't think he can't make throws. I just don't see this.
But I mean, but you seen what he was able to do with next level collegiate talent. When you get to the NFL, everybody got talent.
Exactly. So how likely is he get a Clemson type built team in the NFL? Unless like somebody they handpicked you to get somewhere. Like Jacksonville ain't that. It's gonna take Jacksonville at least 2-3 years to actually like get into contention. It took Buffalo,
unless they open the wallet.
Even if we go to Josh Allen route, everybody route, it took them 3 years. Naturally. They don't got Buffalo's defense. They don't got Buffalo's coaching staff right now. Like they don't. You forget about all the years Buffalo had to go through it with the quarterback thing and the defense being strong. And I just don't see it. Like I don't see the rock star in him. I could be wrong, but I.
So where you think Eric B is going to go?
Hey,
make him clap.
I think Eric B should be in Atlanta.
Woo!
He should be in Atlanta. The one place I don't want his ass is in Philly.
But listen, if he came to Atlanta with all those weapons,
goes to,
he might save Matt Ryan's career.
Houston, the only way you go to Houston is if there is a conversation with Deshaun Watson.
I don't think Houston wants him.
It ain't about what Houston wants right now. But if the Houston thing is on the table to have the conversation, the only way that you do go is if you have a conversation with Deshaun Watson and go, look, I'm only signing on for the amount of years that you're willing to stick this thing out with me, and we try to make this work. If you feel like you might have some different thoughts later on, if things go just like it went this year, if all else fails and it go the last 2 years, the next 2 years, you can predict that, and you be like, nah, I would want out, then don't take the job. Personally, for me, I think the Atlanta job is his. And the one job I don't want to see him get is the Sixers.
I would love to see Eric be in Atlanta, but shout out to Trust Raven who said he's not sold on Sunshine either. I don't know what y'all saying.
Hey, Irv, stay in the comment section because it seems as though Andre the Torch Robinson has taken over the author account and made some blasphemous comments towards Courtney, which he's had beef with Courtney the last couple of weeks, but hasn't actually been able to get on the show.
What did he say? Talk to me.
Beef. He said, take Courtney GM status immediately. Trevor Lawrence has been the best QB for the last 2 years. Exactly. You're not thinking.
Who said that?
Dre
said
Andre, like the head of
let's do that. Let's have that moment. I got you, Dre. Let's have that moment. Trevor Lawrence is the best quarterback the last 2 years. Why hasn't Trevor Lawrence won? The only game that has mattered in the 2 years is when the playoffs matter. That's the only thing that matters to Trevor Lawrence because they're in the ACC it's pretty damn sure clear they're going to ride their way to the playoffs. The last time he won was with a team that was built around Deshaun. And he got the leftover players. They were elder. Since then, he's lost all the big boy games. Who did he beat that mattered? He lost Ohio State right here. Mm-hmm. He lost to Joe Burrow when it was time to have a shootout, but he did great. Any other game, he got shootouts. He got 60. How many he had earlier in the year? That was 6 touchdowns in the first half? How many he got last week when it was time for 6 touchdowns against Ohio State? They needed them 6 in the first half. What happened? He seems to always look for it's always about the team win his ass lose, but all year, 6 touchdowns and a half. He's unstoppable. Joe Burrow wanted that. Joe Burrow wanted all that smoke last year. You came out this year another one. I'm just coming back to win. It's about football. Let us play. Let us play. Justin Fields took his ass out there and whooped your ass. So explain to me, how is it that he's this great dude that doesn't have to succeed? He's in the ACC. Let's be real. Daniel Jones is in the ACC.
Who you taking over him?
Who you taking over? A 6'4", 6'5" quarterback with athletic skills.
Man, Daniel Jones was 6'4", 6'5" with athletic skills.
Hold on. 6'4", 6'5" athletic skills that can make all the elite throws.
All the throws.
Like every single elite throw, and who's literally only struggled in games against Ohio State because he didn't have any real wide receiver talent around him by the time he got there.
ETN, though.
He had ETN, but I mean ETN. You put 6 in the box, 6, 7 in the box, and ETN is ET done. So I mean, let's keep it a buck. I mean, I love Trevor. I think that Trevor's the best quarterback coming in this up and coming draft. As far as tradition,
put Bo's comment on the
yeah, I'm about to get to that because we're gonna stay with the comments before we go over to the next section. But I think Trevor's the best traditional quarterback in the draft, and because he's athletic enough to be a double threat like an Andrew Luck could be, I think that he is the best option for most teams. But let's be clear: if you don't put an offensive line around him, you're gonna get another Andrew Luck.
I called him Andrew Luck from the start, and I'm saying that. And notice that I said everything prior to. I don't think he won't be good. I don't think he won't win a bunch, win games, throw great passes. Y'all no matter what y'all say, Andrew Luck was great as he was. Indianapolis put that money in him and put that team around him for him to win, y'all, or at least get to the Super Bowl. They didn't do that for him to retire and walk it off, and everybody act like we got to praise him for what he almost did.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
I got you.
Here's my issue. Here's my issue. And D understands why I had an issue. I've been waiting to speak about. Here's my issue. It's not even that I'm judging him off this, but I watched Deshaun win and go 10, and had to fight for it. I watched this boy have a load of a squad in the same division. I watched him in the same division. They all said Deshaun in the ACC, but yeah, he only won this, but he didn't do this. Trevor's in the same place. He only won one. But he was there at the same time in the ACC, and we're guaranteeing him one.
My thing is, what quarterbacks would you pick over him?
That's a good question.
The only quarterback
to me, it's only team.
Outside of
it's not.
It's about team.
It's situational.
It's situational
because Urban is at Jackson.
Correct.
That's the only reason why I would say Fields.
Only because Urban, but that's why I say it's situational.
But outside of that, who are you picking?
Give me another team taking.
I wouldn't take Fields over Trevor Lawrence.
I wouldn't either. But
even if I'm in Urban's place, because Fields can do everything that Trevor can do almost everything that Fields can do, except for run the ball down the field. Just on a
Trevor can run the ball,
but he can run the ball, so he can do everything that Justin can do. Plus.
How talented is
the system that you're gonna run? Trevor's a lot more accurate on the elite throws.
Can I ask y'all talent-wise? How good is Trey Lance?
He's raw, but he's. I admittedly, I didn't look at
NFL is about coaching,
right,
and staffing.
Admittedly, I did not look at Trey until you brought him up to me 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
Admittedly, so when we had the conversation in the kitchen, I went back to the lab. He's legit.
Talking about South Dakota State.
Yes.
Yeah, he nice, but
not number one.
He's not number one nice.
He ain't trying.
But
I'm just talking first quarterback.
But
he's nice.
You put him in the right situation
system
where he got to sit
it's all situational,
like a Pat Mahomes did.
It's all situational.
You could pressurize a diamond out of that dude.
Nice. And so Ice, what are your thoughts on some of these coaching opportunities? Because there are GM opportunities as well. Mm-hmm. It's like, you got what, Detroit. I think Jacksonville also has a GM spot.
Nobody wants to go to Detroit except for Salah. Let him go there, bro. Who? Salah.
Okay.
The dude that's from Detroit, the defensive coordinator.
Didn't they just hire a GM?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, okay, cool.
And he's the dude he's the defensive coordinator for San Francisco. He wants to be there. There's no way, if you know that your organization has been a shitbag organization for the last 2 decades, and a guy has vocally on 2 occasions going to a press conference where he is representing another team and said, "Yes, I want to be in Detroit." What are you waiting for? He wants to be there. He's from there. Yeah. You're gonna have the ticket sales are not gonna be an issue because you got the heart of the city at the helm. What are you waiting for? Well, you're waiting for it because your organization is doing what they've always done, being shitbags. So you're gonna get what you deserve.
And do you think we're gonna see a lot of retreads? I mean, Dan Quinn already got a job.
Absolutely.
You know, like
Dan Quinn, but Dan Quinn went to DC where he's supposed to be. That I don't like that for me. I think him over there with the Cowboys is a problem.
Kellen for the Culture said that Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields, neither one of them are better than Zach Wilson from BYU.
Zach is nice.
I also
Zach is nice.
Zach is nice though.
Yeah, I like Zach. I like Zach a lot.
So talent-wise, where Zach is to Trevor?
It's close, man. Because Zach throw an accurate ball.
Man, y'all being disrespectful.
I'm not being disrespectful. No. I'm not being disrespectful.
I'm trying to put it into context.
I'm telling you, I'm not trying to be disrespectful in it.
I'll say this. As nice as Zach might be, I still feel like Trevor has a better upside than Zach.
It's possible, but if Zach in the right sit, Zach is going to have a career.
If you took Trevor and put him in BYU, and you took Zach and you put him in Clemson.
BYU's in the college football playoff conversation because they don't have any competition. They go undefeated.
Okay. Then he's talented. He's more talented than him.
He doesn't make the same. He doesn't make the same mistakes that Zach does. Zach's still raw, just like Trey.
Okay, so we all agree Eric B is going to get an opportunity this time.
I agree.
Should.
Yeah,
I agree.
It's
okay.
The one place I don't.
Eric B and Saylor's going to get an opportunity this year.
And who's another nice person that hasn't got an opportunity that coaching? Y'all say should get a chance? Yes, coaching. Because we got a lot of retreads, but I want some of that fresh, that young, new talent.
Whoa, yeah, you was about to do that.
But I didn't.
That's a good question. I don't know.
Okay, that might be a question for another show. Yeah, but AD,
I just hope Eric B get a job.
I think Eric B will get a job. Man. I do think
he's well deserved.
Listen, I want him out of KC. KC is a problem with him and Andy Reid together.
I just don't want him in Philly.
I don't know. Philly.
Let's go to the comment section, man.
Yeah, go to the comments
because we got to work our way down to Bo's comments.
All right, yeah. Go ahead, because Bo chiming in.
Yo, let me just make this clear before we start reading the comments. Dre is making his beef with you known.
It's okay.
So jumping down to Bo's comment, Bo said, it was Trevor's fault that they lost. Yes, it was.
See what I mean? Everybody say it's Trevor, but when he win, they say, "Oh my God, Trevor Lawrence is just so great." Y'all can't have it both ways out here, bro.
That's the only reason I said that because
y'all can't have it both ways.
You can't give them the credit when they win and then absolve them.
This shit is amazing. They win. Oh my God, Trevor Lawrence. They lose. Hey, come on now.
Sunshine is nice.
Man,
come on, stop.
He's nice as hell.
Until you need him to win.
Dre says, "Is football not a team sport? Or you gonna get mixed up with the NBA?" He beat the hell out of Bama, 44-16. How soon you forget?
Wow, here we go.
Courtney said he beat the hell out of Bama with Deshaun Watson's defense and some of his lingering.
How about this? He beat the hell out of Bama, which is saying something, right? And what has he done since? All other juggernauts that came, ass whooping when it was time. Am I lying?
So basically, what you're saying is any games that he played outside of the ACC.
Hey, yo, Ron Thomas said, Devon, take your man cup.
Kelly for the culture said running backs a dime a dozen. He always say that, man. Kelly,
Listen,
you got to stop.
Anybody who feels like I'm tripping about Trevor Lawrence, just have the same energy to come back to me and say, all right, you might have been right. When his ass end up like Carson Wentz, when his ass ended up like Andrew Luck. I've said this about multiple dudes, and everybody said I was tripping, and then when it happened, they go, well, come on, man, the circumstances.
Okay. Yuri said he only supporting the Browns because they deserve a Super Bowl and they deserve to make history. Yeah, whatever.
Hey, Trust Raven is riding with Courtney the whole way.
I mean, Trust is not the only one. Dennis Holmes has been on the record saying that
shout out to Dennis Holmes.
Yeah, Dennis
man.
Holmes has been on the record saying that he is not an avid supporter of Trevor Lawrence either. He doesn't believe in the
Somebody hit up Dennis Holmes, man.
Kellen for the culture said it's a passing league. Stop with the running back shit. Then Bo jumps back in and said Trevor beat Bama as a true freshman, beat the shit out of them.
See what I'm talking about? Look, everybody is where he did then. And since then, they gave a pass because of what he did as a freshman. He got a pass for the rest of college football life. So now if he fails in the NFL, then what? Because y'all done gave him a pass for everything else.
But hold on, Bo also brought up a good point. Man only got 2 losses in his college football career.
When are the 2 losses?
In the playoffs.
When it fucking mattered most. Ain't that a bitch?
Wait.
I only got 2 losses in college.
Wait. Hold on.
When I needed to win most.
But let's be clear. Freshman year, he almost lost to. Freshman year, he
won it all freshman year.
No. For freshman year, Wake Forest, trash. Sophomore year, North Carolina, trash. This year, Vanderbilt, trash. He struggled with all of them.
Still beat Bama.
The man got 2 losses. I just want to know.
He's only in the college football playoff because of the division that he plays in.
Look at me like a bad guy, man. But I'm just saying the boys in the ACC and the 2 losses is when you needed them to win most. That's all I'm saying.
They made it to the college football playoff with 1 loss, and they only made it to the college football playoff with 1 loss because they said, "Oh, Trevor didn't play."
Look, Bama. People say Bama get all the best talent. Like I said, they got starters 3-4 levels.
The SEC
play, right?
gets the best talent.
But in what you say about Nick Saban, the least he could go is, I'm in the national title more than most people, bro. At least you're gonna get a shot.
Out of the last 10 years, Nick Saban has only missed the national title game twice.
See, now if you said Trevor Lawrence lost in the national championship game all the way through college, I go, all right, bro, that's tough.
If I'm Nick Saban, I'm never leaving.
I'm never leaving.
Never.
I'm Joe Paterno in that thing.
Crazy.
Man.
Hey, Devon,
I'm with y'all, man.
What we got on the next slide, man?
Hold on, man. We got Bo went on to say Trevor didn't have Deshaun players either. All of them, most was gone. Not the defensive line.
Not the defensive line.
That's what I was talking
went to the
about.
NFL.
That's all I'm talking about.
I said some scragglers on offense, and that defense was there. Scragglers. Shout out to Bo for scragglers. Wow. I need you to understand scragglers.
DeMarcus Lawrence and them was still on that team. I know that.
Dre said Courtney is very disrespectful. Trust Raven said Zach is a problem and being better and being the better athlete than Trevor is debatable. Okay. Bo said Clemson wouldn't beat Bama. Facts. That's facts. Bama might have hit the century mark against Clemson.
God. Well, I feel a lot better than
funny.
He said the century mark.
Yo, that's how bad Clemson was this year. People just didn't know. Man. The only thing that I'll say is I lauded Ohio State because they played the smart move. They avoided 2 games on purpose, Iowa and Michigan, on purpose. And that's why they remain undefeated.
That sounds like
2 of their toughest games.
That sounds like some whole shit to me.
It sounds COVID, man.
COVID, man. Bro, everybody else played a minimum of 9 games.
COVID, man.
Ohio State played 6 games, bro.
COVID, man. Come on.
COVID, man.
COVID, man.
It's like, yo, we don't need to play this, bro.
COVID, man.
Don't worry about it, man.
Hey, D, can I get
That's why Dabo was like, yo, that's why they ranked number 11, bro. They
That's why we danced on Dabo ass.
Can I get the next slide, please?
Absolutely, man.
Yeah, I'm tripping, man.
All right, man.
I ain't giving no passes. 2021, no passes, man.
COVID.
Y'all gonna stop telling me how great people is, and then they ain't got to do great shit. And as
Hello, Brooklyn.
As we speak.
Listen, man, we got to talk about this trade. I'm excited about this. I got a lot. Actually, I got something to say, but I'm going to let my basketball minds and brains start on this first, man, because I got some feelings about this Brooklyn trade. Personally, I feel like they got fleeced again.
What up, Butter?
Like, remember the last time the Nets had a mega trade and they gave away their whole future for an aging Kevin Garnett and an aging The Truth? Remember that, guys? This trade to me smells a little bit like that. But I'm gonna start with the Iceman, man.
Okay.
What's your thoughts on this Brooklyn trade and who actually won and who actually lost?
Listen, man. I mean, obviously the trade, Brooklyn won because of the caliber of players, but
Giving up 3 first rounds.
Kyrie on some weird shit. We don't even like it's talks he might retire. Wow. And on top of that, Harden, man, y'all know how I talk about Harden. I don't like his game. Like, but they gonna have to change it. They gonna have to change it up. But you got rid of your best defender. Like, and they bench got weaker. So it's like
that bench was strong in the beginning of the year.
Yeah, like Dinwiddie's out for the. I get the move because you lost Dinwiddie. I get that. So you got to make a move, especially and like I was watching Shaq earlier. He said it's championship or bust for Brooklyn, and I believe that. I believe that if they don't get to the chip,
if they get there and they don't win, it's still a win for them.
They just gotta get there.
Nah, they
I
need
still
to
got
win
the Lakers winning.
Yeah. Speaking of the Lakers, is Harden running from LeBron?
Nah, ain't nobody running from LeBron. I don't know why people keep saying that. Nobody's running from LeBron.
I mean, it is kind of an exodus away from the West.
Kawhi did.
Yeah,
Kawhi is in the West.
That's why he went to the Clippers.
He went. No,
he had an opportunity to go play with LeBron. He ran from him.
All right, we're gonna go to our other basketball mind real quick.
Wait.
Oh, you're not finished? All right,
get some more. I will say this: if Brooklyn can get Beasley and Jamal Tinsley, now we talking.
Jamal Crawford.
I mean, Crawford.
Jamal Tinsley been out the league for a decade.
I'm tripping.
Crawford. Jamal Tinsley.
Crawford and Mike Beasley. We got something to talk about.
Okay, so Courtney, what's your thoughts on this Brooklyn trade? Who you feel like won? Who you feel won, and who you feel lost? I personally feel like the Nets got fleeced.
I don't think there's a winner or loser. I think everybody got what they needed out of it.
Exactly.
I don't think there's a winner and a loser in the thing. Houston got Victor to go with.
Yep.
To go with Christian Wood, Boogie, and John Wall.
Yep.
Shout out to Christian Wood, man.
They got 4 picks and they got 4 pick swaps. So they put themselves.
They got 4 first rounders.
They put themselves in but they got 4 pick swaps too, in them same first rounders. So they put themselves in a position financially if they too high up and they got some things on the books and they need to switch out and get lower, or if they too far down and they see some stuff above in the drafts over the next 8 years and they need to go up there.
They got a package like this man wasn't trying to leave.
But it's what you gonna give up in the midst of and you gotta deal with Skip, what up? And you gotta deal with other people being away. James Harden get to go to Brooklyn. He got a 3-headed monster. Him, Kyrie, KD, so he can't lose.
2.5. We don't know what Kyrie's doing.
Karis LeVert get to go to Indiana, which I think is a great spot for Karis LeVert
because he gone.
It's a young coach over there. It's a young team over there. They looking to hoop.
He there with that other dog. What's his name? That Jimmy
Malcolm Brogdon is over there.
No, what's the other dude's name? That Jimmy Butler got beef with.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I can't remember his name right now. Miles Turner over there. Karis LeVert gonna get a chance to develop his game out some more. Kind of like what Victor Oladipo got when he went to OKC. So I don't think nobody won or lost. Personally, is it championship or bust? It was championship or bust for Brooklyn originally.
Hey, real quick, I think you're taking
Jonathan
it
Samuel
easy.
said that Indiana might be the real winners in the deal.
How?
I don't know.
How, Sway?
I don't know. He on the
No,
West,
they got
on the West Coast where weed is legal.
They got a very good player to help go.
Hold on, Courtney, real quick.
You know what I mean?
You taking it easy right now because before camera, you had a whole lot to say
Thanks, bro.
about James
TJ
Harden.
Warren. Yep.
Right, but I'm just talking about the winners and losers of the trade. Now, how I personally feel is a whole different thing.
I need you to speak on that real quick.
I got you.
'Cause personally,
I got you.
I feel like
I was only stating winners and losers. Those are winners. I don't feel there's a winner and loser in the trade. That doesn't have anything to do with my feelings on the trade. Personally, with James Harden, they got a three-headed monster now. And again, for all the James Harden fans, there's no excuse. You feel me?
Yeah.
There's no excuse now for all the James Harden fans for when he fails in the moments. I don't have to regurgitate what Shaq already said, but I've said it the past 3 weeks. If you could backtrack the show the last 3 weeks, I said it consistently what's going on with James Harden. Y'all allowing him. For KD, again, I'm going to say what I said before the show. It's amazing that KD left OKC for a better team and a better coaching situation and more free-flowing offense, and he has landed in Brooklyn with the exact shit that he had in OKC. You feel me? You swap out Westbrook, but you go for Kyrie. So, yeah, Westbrook might shoot a bunch of fucking shots and act like he's a nutcase and he's not around and listening to you, but Kyrie will literally not be around to listen to you. So you have to worry about that. James Harden.
It's OKC, though.
Yeah, it does.
New York City, cool. OKC.
Yeah, but the city don't. It's gonna be worse. OKC was behind you, waving towels, screaming, "Y'all, we gonna make it." You do that shit in Brooklyn. Brooklyn gonna curse you out. You fuck around and get robbed. Like, this ain't OKC. This is not Oklahoma. This is New York City. Man. It's more money on the line. It's an entirely different market.
It's more expectations.
Like, it's more expectations on this. Now, can they reach those expectations? I believe so. I believe KD is KD league now. I believe KD is the best player in the league now. Like, it's his league at this point in time. Yes, Braun is around and people is around, but I just think it's KD run right now to hold the league down for a couple years. But in order for him to prove such,
TJ Warren, by the way,
he's gonna have TJ Warren. In order for him to prove such, he got to go to finals and they got to win. If they don't win, it's a beautiful look for me. I'm a Knicks fan. I just want y'all to know that the expectations, the newspapers, the media headline, this would be a completely different type of story if this was the New York Knicks. But y'all have allowed the Brooklyn Nets to once again burn every draft pick they own, get rid of the players they had prior, get rid of their youth, and go for it all. They are pushing the chips in again for the second time since they've been established since 2012. Okay, they go all in the second time since they did in 2012. If they fail, I want all of y'all who was preaching about Brooklyn is doing it the right way, and it's the new place of New York City, and it's the new mecca of basketball, and all the jokes, all of the Bill Simmons, all of the people that got all the jokes and the newscaster, because I'm watching on television, Stephen A. Smith, Max Kellerman, y'all taking it real easy. Stephen A., you out here screaming about Kawhi Leonard. It's the most pressure. Nah, sit all that energy y'all would do if it was the New York Knicks. Yeah. The Brooklyn Nets have a three-headed monster. The pressure is championship, and we talking championship game 7, or we got some other things to talk about, y'all. Simple and plain.
Mr. Professional, what's your thoughts on this trade, man? Winners and losers.
I think Houston is the winner out of this situation because
Oladipo, John Wall.
Because number one, they got rid of a person that never won for them. That's number one. Even though he's one of the better players in the NBA, one of the best players, maybe one of the best scorers that we've ever seen. And in return for that, they got 4 number 1 draft picks or 3 number 1 draft picks, and number 3 draft pick. They got Oladipo out of the deal. I mean, like, you have an opportunity to build for the long term, and in my mind, I'd rather play for longevity than to play for right now when there's a ton of uncertainty, especially when you banking your future. If we go by the point guard controls the tempo and the trajectory of a team. If you banking on Kyrie at this point in the game, everything is up in flux.
And Mr. Professional, you normally are insider in terms of being in touch with people in the industry and getting information. What's going on with Kyrie, man?
I have nothing with regard to this, bro.
You ain't reach out to Frat or nothing like that?
Bro, I have nothing. He's already, first of all, he's a weirdo, bro. That's first and foremost.
Who?
Kyrie.
He is not a weirdo.
He's a weirdo.
I don't
He's a
agree
weirdo,
to
bro.
that. He's not a weirdo.
I understand how you feel, but anytime a man says the world is flat, Like my cousin Kier said. Shout out to Kier Anderson. Like people gonna really believe that the sun go back and forth like this. It don't go in a circle. It don't.
That's his,
around
that's
the axis.
his right to believe.
No, it's not his right. It's his dumbass.
It is
It's
his
his
right.
dumbass weirdo ass head. Now,
I do not. I do
now
not
all
agree
the
with
other
that.
stuff that all the other stuff that they criticize him for, I'm not really whatever. But he's eclectic. He's a weirdo. I'm a weirdo.
Being eclectic don't make you a weirdo.
Excuse me.
Bro, I'm a weirdo. It's nothing wrong with being a weirdo. You taking this out of context.
Ah.
He's a weirdo, and the fact of the matter is, without Bron, he's been unsuccessful and unreliable.
He was unsuccessful and unreliable before Bron.
You feel like Bron?
I said without Bron, he was unsuccessful and unreliable.
You feel like Bron kept him in line.
No.
I feel like when we look at things back in our rear view in a 2020
He needed
mindset,
Bron.
just like everybody else, he said it. We didn't have to say it.
He needed Bron.
He said it. And so if I'm hinging the trajectory, if history tells us that we hinge the trajectory of where we go in most situations by what our point guard play is, and we look at what it currently is, it's in limbo. And so with things being in limbo, when they reassert themselves, then maybe I'll readjust my mindset. But currently, I feel like because of the situation, Houston wins that hands down.
I'm gonna agree with you, especially because of the picks. I think Houston has made some pretty good moves. I hated that John Wall got traded to Houston, but I feel like Houston has made some really good basketball moves this season. And even though LeBron is in the West and the championship goes through him wherever he is, I feel like Houston has made some good moves. And you got an albatross out of your locker room. You gave this man everything. Everything. He didn't win, and then he turned around and act like it was the organization's fault. Yeah. Like he wasn't given every ample opportunity to win.
But how did the other teams lose is my question.
Go a little deeper. What you mean?
You said Houston won the trade, but how did anybody else lose?
Well, the Nets lose because they traded away their future. And personally, I don't believe Kyrie, Harden, and KD with a slim bench is going to be enough to take out the Lakers.
All three of them getting more than $30 million a year. Like it's
a bad mix.
That's gonna be crazy.
Harden
getting 43 this year.
It only matters if they
KD
don't win.
Getting 39.
Ain't they something like $29 million over the cap after this year?
They gonna be over.
Chips is all in.
So it's winner. It's
It's
winner
just
die.
like when they took the AARPs out of Boston, right?
It's win now or die.
And that was a horrible, horrible decision. And it's like Indiana. Why give up Oladipo just so you can say you was a part of this trade? Like, what did you get? What did Indiana get? I don't know, but that's just me. I feel like the Nets got fleeced again.
Indiana got Karis LeVert.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me squeeze you. But
Look,
yo,
me,
it was at
Brooklyn
that
should-
moment that light skin entered the building.
right now Brooklyn still.
Whoa,
I still got
whoa,
Brooklyn to the
whoa.
finals right now. I still got Brooklyn to the finals right now.
I got you.
As presently constructed, they still finals. Milwaukee a player away.
Okay.
Which player, Court?
Just somebody that could create their own, get a bucket. Like I wouldn't be surprised if there's a trade deadline or they can have the conversation like they couldn't get Boban, but maybe they could get Buddy.
Now hold on.
They get Buddy Hill.
Hey,
I'll
Courtney.
take Milwaukee.
At pregame, you broke something down because we was kind of talking.
You would
about
take Milwaukee versus Brooklyn if they were able to snatch Buddy Hill.
Yeah.
I would have to agree with that's actually that's brilliant. I got to give you something.
Yeah.
That's
Hold on,
yeah,
AD.
that's
I wanted Courtney to go in on something during
What
pre-show. We was talking about something, and you was breaking down what actually happened with OKC and how everybody took less money. And break that down for everybody that's watching. The
I mean,
show
everybody
real
know
quick.
that. Everybody know everybody.
That was
Everybody know.
interesting.
No, everybody know that Serge was supposed to get most money, and that's why James couldn't get in between the $4 million. That is not really the concern. The concern is the character of the player from prior to.
But the way you described it, that made James Harden a sucker.
Everything he's done outside of what has he done that said he's not a sucker?
Sucker.
He got into the finals. he was the worst of the three. I didn't say it was all his fault. I'm saying he was the worst of the three in the finals. He's been to Houston. He didn't take them to a finals. He was up 3-2 with Chris Paul. He failed them the last two. Didn't they go like 0 for 26 or something like that from three? Or 2 or 26?
2 for 26.
In one series, like 2 for 26. Then you got the San Antonio. Like, he failed them. Like, Shaq said it best.
24% from the three.
It was like 24% from the three, bro. Like, he says he's about winning now. We gonna find out. Because, like y'all said, everybody getting paid max money. Max. So they're going to have to sacrifice a hell of a lot. You're going to have to churn out a lot from them three players.
That should be the nickname of that squad, Max 3.
What if I've been saying? I'm like, you got to give up too much for Harden. I don't think he's worth all of that.
They kept Spencer Dinwiddie, so I think next year he becomes valuable for them.
Yeah.
And they add him pieces.
Yeah.
But nobody trying to hear about next year.
But if they don't win next year,
then it's even more of a problem because you don't know who go where.
They DUN if they don't win.
KD will be a free agent next year.
The year after. Yeah. The year after he becomes free agent, right?
Yeah. After year and next year.
After next year, he
but
got
is
a chance
KD
to
finally
opt out.
going to plant a flag, though? Or you just going to be the quote-unquote best player in basketball moving all around? Now, I know LeBron did it, but this looks a little different with KD.
That's interesting.
That's why it's win now.
Yeah.
You know?
Trust Raven says Zach LaVine going to be a player in trade talks.
He needs to get the fuck out
Zach
of
LaVine Zach LaVine go to Milwaukee.
He is rotting dry in Chicago. Get him out of there, please.
The house that Mike built?
Irv, call your cousin. Zach LaVine, y'all light skin lynch mob, right?
I got jokes.
Yeah. Bo 2.0 said Bucks couldn't even beat Miami. They damn sure not beating Brooklyn.
They didn't have Buddy Hill neither.
Yeah.
Like we literally preferenced the conversation around getting one more piece, bro.
Right. Donovan Samuel said Oladipo was on an expiring contract, so by Indiana picking up LeVert,
it was good.
It was good.
Yeah. They got something in return.
And
absolutely, you're right, Maurice. Absolutely.
And Oladipo gets to once again go somewhere where he's wanted.
No, he get to play for something in Houston and put his name back on the map to go get a contract next summer. Mm-hmm. And I still think he might get traded again. Karis LeVert contract is basically the Indiana Pacers got ahead of the free agency market. Basically, they swapped it out now.
I just like to shout out to the people in the comments, man. We got some real strong comments tonight, man. Right. I appreciate y'all. Strong comments. Yeah. So talk to me, man. What else we got on this?
Both said even if they have Buddy, they still not beating them folks.
That's fair.
Bo,
I won't knock him.
Whenever you get through.
Bo, yeah, that's funny. I won't knock him. Yo, Bo, the only reason I disagree with you is because Brooklyn literally has no bench at this point.
I mean, you got to understand, his whole preference is he believes the Sixers is the best in the East.
No, he talking about
that
Brooklyn.
Home cooking, though.
I know, but that's why he gonna knock Milwaukee.
That's home cooking.
He's using the what I used on him 2 years ago with Giannis and Ben not being able to shoot. He somehow believes he can now use that on me because the Sixers have more shooting, but. In the end, Ben Simmons will still have to fucking figure out how to shoot.
That's home
Zach
cooking.
Miami.
He's not using his analyst mind for that.
He's
using his homer
I mean,
mind.
Zach to Miami is a dope move. Let me not even look at that crazy, but like,
who
you packaging out for him?
Because you're not giving up Hero and you're not giving up what's
Liam. Yeah, tell me who would the package be? Who you giving up to get Zach in Miami?
And you're not giving up the sharpshooter.
Because if you give up Hero and Duncan, then you done took away the whole point of the Jimmy Butler shit. Now, because now you got two regular. Zach a better shooter than Jimmy Butler, but they the same people, bro. They can't really shoot it like that.
Trust Raven said John Collins
don't really bang with
Trey Young. Is that true? Not to mention he ain't signed
his extension. So the extension was short money. He shouldn't have signed it. He feel like he should get as much money as the rest of his peers.
The rumors out of there. The rumors out of there are that John Collins has voiced concerns to the front office about Trey Young's inability to manage games at the end of games.
I don't believe they have a beef. I believe they're friends. Personally, that's just my personal thing.
I hope you're right.
I don't believe they have a beef. I think they're friends genuinely. I think they are two people both wanting to win and be in a position that they feel like they should be this season.
Well, John won his money.
John won his money, but I feel like how can you? It's not so much beefing, but it's easy to be like, yo, you my homeboy, Ice, you my man. Forget the money, but yo, Ice, some of the shit you do is not good for me basketball or the team basketball. We not winning because of this, bro. It was fun the first 2 years.
It's not even good to fund my incentives.
But incentive-wise, I just think the easy way to flip this is, Trey, John Collins looking to get a contract. You're arguably one of the top 3 passers in the world. feed him a little bit better. Like, this supposed to look like Phoenix, baby. Treat him like they treated Amari a little bit. Get his numbers up while y'all get y'all buckets, get these wins so he get his check. And this is out the door. Because I still think they need him to be the best version of what they can be. That's just me personally, though.
They can't lose him.
Trey got to be like, yo, I ain't never even had no problem with John, though.
I don't think they have a problem, but me voicing my opinion in practice about the offense and the defense don't mean I'm beefing with you and I don't like you. I'm just telling the truth about what the coach said.
John came out and said that he don't have no problem with Trey.
I don't got no problem with Trey. I love Trey.
I don't think as teammates.
It's about business, right?
Not even business. It's about winning. Wins and losses, bro. If we on the court and I feel like something you do is a part of the reason why we can't win, I should be able to express that to you without you feeling like I'm beefing with you or I don't like you, bro.
Trust Raven got a good one. Trust Raven said, I'm concerned about Lonzo. He said his little brother Melo showed out on TV, and he doesn't know if Lonzo is even a valuable trade bait at this point.
Why are you concerned about Lonzo?
No. Hey, hold that. If you don't believe that, trade Lonzo to Charlotte.
You traded him to the brother. That wasn't the good part. The part about Lonzo and his brother showing out on national television is the part that I said 3 years ago when everybody thought I was tripping. It's anything wrong with Lonzo. LaMelo got more heart than Lonzo. He the one. He got the ball playing. He the better player.
It's been on record though. His dad, LeVar been on record saying that LaMelo was always the one.
Lonzo is now in a situation where he has grown into that role. He has matured and taken the leader role. He just now needs to get in a situation that best fits him.
Lonzo's the ambassador. LaMelo's the gift, bro.
Okay, I could give you.
Now Lonzo really could be Rajon Rondo, who's a 2-time champion.
He could.
Lonzo could be him.
He could actually. I mean, he could actually be better than Rondo.
The Heat going. I seen that on the screen too. 2 first-round picks ain't enough.
You put Lonzo.
Miami.
You put Lonzo on that Boston team.
Go.
They probably beat the Lakers the second time.
Mm-hmm. What Boston team?
Because Lonzo doesn't piss off Ray Allen.
Oh, you're talking about
the big three
way back then.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Talking about the big
Hell
three.
no.
Rondo did his thing, man. But real quick, what's that next slide, man?
So the next slide is a little tricky joint, man. So
let me see. Let's see.
The next slide, we got a new segment coming into play.
We got a new game, guys.
Yeah.
Check it out. This game was brought up by I think Mr. D. Stanfield created this game.
Dre, listen. Hold
on, let me introduce the game.
Hold on.
Introduce the game. I got you.
I got you. Comment, bro.
I know I got you.
Dre's beef with Courtney is getting out of hand.
Hey yo, the game everybody is called cap or no cap. So D. Stanfield is going to make a couple of statements. And
yeah, man.
Everybody on the panel is going to say it's either cap
or no cap.
I'm sorry, man. Do you want to holler at Dre real quick?
Nah, you good.
Now we can read the question.
Yeah, I was just.
Dre said, "It's funny how Courtney said a lot of shit 3 years ago."
but in the amazing part of that, I love.
Hey, Dre, he actually telling the truth though.
I got the footage though. See, this is the problem.
We got the recorded footage.
Yeah, this is the problem. I always sound crazy, Dre, when I say shit ahead of time, and then when it comes back, what usually happens is people gloss over it. Say what I said and then act like what I said then doesn't count anymore because now everybody else feels that way.
Funny.
That's usually how it plays out. But I got the footage. I send it to you, Dre. No
quick,
cap.
Dre. Before we play the game, you ever know
cap, literally
those young dudes that like will hang out with the older cats. They was like 13, 14, and they was hanging out with the older cats, and they ain't had no business out there, but they had the maturity, intelligence level to be out there. That's really Courtney, yo.
I just got foresight, man. God bless me with vision.
Courtney was that young cat that was melting cats in the debate, and I was like, you know what? Let me go grab this young man and bring him along with us.
Man. I just
got
all right,
let's go ahead, man. Cap or no cap?
Cap or no cap, man. So what's
the question?
Every week we're gonna have a 5-question panel,
okay.
and we'll go down the panel, cap or no cap. With the question,
we need a cap or no cap for
music. And whatever it is, you gotta say why with that. All right. So cap or no cap, Aaron Rodgers is the MVP of the NFL.
No cap.
No cap.
He won the NFC.
Yeah.
No cap.
All right. Cap or no cap, Tom Brady goes to the Super Bowl.
Cap. I don't even say cap.
You gotta explain it. You gotta explain it. If it's cap,
listen,
you gotta explain
man,
it.
Listen. Tom Brady, TB12.
No cap, AB.
You've had a strong career.
I'm gonna say no cap.
You going home this weekend. Drew Brees is sending you home this weekend.
Sound like you. It sound like you.
That's some wax.
It sound like you being.
Hey, listen, if y'all watching the show,
that sound like.
If y'all watching the show, please participate in these.
That's some wax.
With regard to this, Liam Henry said cap. That's cap. Tom Brady is not going to the Super Bowl. Tom Brady is cap. Oh, this is getting out of hand. Oh. Prince Skip said that's cap. Okay, all right. Let's keep this thing going. All right, cap and no cap, and this is off subject to anything we discuss tonight.
Okay.
Cap or no cap, Errol Spence will beat T. Crawford in a boxing.
Ooh, you dirty bastard.
I'm gonna start that off, and I'm gonna say that's cap. Errol Spence ain't beating T. Crawford.
I'm gonna say no cap.
Ooh, after the car accident, you still saying no cap?
You see him after the car accident?
Yeah, after the car accident, he beat Danny Garcia.
But Danny Garcia ain't T. Crawford, bro.
But Danny Garcia is that litmus test. You cannot beat Danny Garcia unless you're elite.
Okay.
Only elite fighters can beat Danny Garcia.
And you don't think Bud is an elite fighter?
Absolutely, he is. Absolutely.
Bud beating.
That's tough. Oh, man. But I'm going to have to say no cap. Oh, that's tough.
Say cap.
I gotta go cap.
Okay.
I gotta go cap.
I gotta go cap.
I love T. Crawford, too.
And I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna
Errol
be
Spence
super.
fan.
I'm gonna be super.
But
I got respect for both, though I don't watch both most.
Bud,
I'm just a Bud fan. Personally, that's just me personally. I'm just more of a Bud fan, so I'm rolling.
I just haven't seen Floyd Mayweather give too many people credit. And he came out.
Man, he gave Adrian Broner credit too.
No, he gave Adrian Broner credit of being a good fighter. He said Bud's the best pound for pound fighter in boxing.
Okay.
So I mean that's
fair. Okay.
All right.
I got to stick with my
Last
boy.
question.
No, we got two more left. So this is where the shit gets tough. Cap or no cap, Lamar Jackson is better than Josh Allen.
Cap.
No cap.
Cap.
Listen, man.
Cap.
And look, I got a lot of respect for Josh Allen.
Cap.
Josh Allen worked his ass off.
Earth capping now.
And he is a phenomenal
You right.
quarterback.
If y'all looking at me say
But Lamar
cap,
is special.
if y'all looking at me, if y'all
Lamar
looking,
is special.
if y'all looking at me on this screen, that's cap, man. And y'all know how I feel
is
about.
Josh.
And y'all know how I feel about
is
Josh
Josh.
Allen personally.
Yo, Lamar is special.
So is
And
Josh.
so
one
is
to
Josh.
one.
Josh is special.
So is Josh.
What did Jigga say? This here watch be a 1-to-1. That
think
means
Josh-
none before it, none to come.
I think Josh is right there
Come
with
on,
him.
man.
So
Lamar's
I was
Lamar's
asked this
special.
question a few weeks ago.
Okay.
At the time, I was like, nah, not yet. Like, Josh ain't got an MVP. But after that Hail Mary, he been like locked in completely. Like, he's been locked in, and I'm gonna say this year.
That's a good point.
This year,
That's actually a good point.
he's better than Lamar. This year he is.
I always thought he had the swagger.
Yeah,
I always thought he had the arm. He had solid football IQ. I didn't know if he had the leadership skill
Yeah, and he proved
to
that
galvanize them dudes to get them to play around him.
He's proved it
And
this
this year he's kind of. I've watched games to go ahead, here go, and he's led that show. Like,
Yeah.
So I can't give him over Lamar because Lamar not a better passer than him.
Shout out to Hollywood too, man. My brother, miss you, bro. Go ahead. But
All
yo,
right, last question. Last
hold on,
cap.
back to Lamar real quick.
Okay.
Lamar is special.
Lamar, like you said, Lamar got that MVP.
Mm-hmm.
Lamar, even though he had a difficult year in the beginning, ever since he came out the bathroom, ever since he came out of the
shitter.
room,
The shitter.
And
we ain't lost the game yet.
And another thing, let's just put this into perspective. So for the MVP this year, I'm not mad at who gets it because it's been phenomenal watching Henry. It's been phenomenal watching Josh. It's been phenomenal Aaron Rodgers and Mahomes. I don't care, but I mean, in my heart,
In your heart, what?
Josh Allen's the MVP. But
That's that home cooking, though.
Yeah, you drunk.
That's
you
mama's
got to look at it,
greens
though.
and,
You got to look at it.
Nah.
and that fried chicken.
13-3
Facts.
should be 14-2.
Facts.
Hey man, D-Hop a beast.
You know what they're not putting up there?
A beast that's not in the playoffs.
They're not putting up there his Russian, like they're not putting his Russian stats. They only counting like his throwing touchdowns.
Because you got Lamar Jackson
and
in
his
the league.
yards.
If you ain't doing 1,000,
he's
what
the
you talking
first
about?
person. He's the first person in NFL history.
Zach Guthrie, the cap and no cap is Lamar better than Josh. Lamar is better than Josh Allen. Cap and no cap. That's what that was.
No cap.
Josh is the first person in NFL history to have 4,000 yards and what was it? And rush for more than 5 touchdowns or something like that.
Probably.
Yeah.
First quarterback in NFL history. Like,
Young man got arm talent.
Like, I
Young
mean,
man
that says a lot. That says something.
He just a better passer to football right now, Lamar.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
What's
say
the last one?
I'm gonna say that's no
Just
cap.
say trust.
I think Lamar right now.
Trust.
I agree. I actually agree with Trust Ravens. I just need one more year of this type of productivity.
If he double back
From who?
next year,
From Josh.
Josh
I
got
think
it, for
if
sure.
Josh do this consecutive years, then it's not a fluke. So that's when I would say is cap. But right now I'm gonna say it's no cap. And I'm not saying that. I'm not saying no cap because I feel like Lamar is better. I'm saying no cap because I feel like we rush into a conclusion.
yeah.
I feel like you guys.
Trust.
I don't feel like it'll take next year. I feel like if he get past, like right now, he take down Lamar, right?
Right.
And then he beat
Y'all
Mahomes.
gonna see against Kansas City. I think y'all gonna change our mindset.
We not.
against
If he
Kansas
beat
City.
Lamar, we're not gonna see Kansas City because Cleveland beat them. If Lamar goes down, Cleveland's gonna win.
Can y'all say dark rye?
I'm not even gonna start this argument, bro. Go ahead.
What's the next one, bro? What's the
Go ahead,
next question,
bro?
Dark
I'm not even
rye.
gonna start this argument.
The last.
That's what he doing. He trying to get me.
And like Kellen said, Josh caught a touchdown pass, bro.
The last.
Come on, man.
This is the last cap and no cap. Cap and no cap.
I like this game.
The Los Angeles Lakers, if they were to meet the Brooklyn Nets in the NBA Finals, the Brooklyn Nets would beat the Los Angeles Lakers.
Cap.
currently.
Cap.
We
That's Captain America.
We talking pleasantly constructed. Let's give Ice what he said. Let's say what we hearing is true. Jamal Crawford, Mike Beasley, right?
Right.
You're saying that roster beat
That
LeBron?
roster.
No, cap.
Okay.
It's Captain America.
It's cap.
They
Cap.
still don't got an answer for AD.
It's cap.
Woo! They don't have
Because
an
the
answer
issue,
for AD.
because that becomes the issue. Because the only
Yeah.
way you deal with AD is you're gonna have to send.
You think
KD.
you think the reason why like getting rid of Jared Allen was
That hurts.
was the mistake? Yeah.
Yes.
That was
Getting rid of all of that youth
Yeah.
was the.
They still got DeAndre, right?
It don't matter. It was
Come
about
on,
the
man.
youth. It was about the
What
young.
DeAndre doing
Nah,
with
not
AD,
even
man?
that. Not even that. But you need the
Go
bodies.
get Dwight
to guard.
Howard. He knows that he got the cheat code.
You need the bodies to guard. You need the bodies to guard AD. Where Jared Allen would have been able to go over there and put his body there. Now, who you gonna put? DeAndre Jordan? Work. KD? Work.
Jeff Green.
Jeff Green? Work. Like, who the fuck they gonna put over there for AD? And now, bro, now you telling me Bron get to go pick and roll, and it's James Harden or Kyrie Irving or Joe Harris? Like, he going downhill on Jordan. That nigga fuck around, average 40 on their ass.
Yeah, but listen, if Brooklyn
The Lakers got that grouping.
No, but if Brooklyn allows the offense to go through KD, they got a chance.
Yeah, they gonna score with him. They can't
Dalton
stop
they got
him
a
at all.
chance.
Jets got Sailor.
Let's read into it.
The Jets got who?
Sailor.
Shayla?
The Dolphins.
The Jets.
The Jets just got set
Rob-
over Detroit.
That's dope.
You stupid.
Good move. Good move,
Detroit
Jets.
dumb.
Yo,
Detroit dumb.
Where the camera at? Detroit. Y'all some stupid motherfuckers, man.
Wow.
Oh my God. Like you got a guy that's vying to come home. And you know what? Never
Good
mind.
move, Jets.
All right, yeah. Speak on
Excellent
that real
move.
quick. It's almost
Hey
time
man,
for that final
no.
perspective.
Forget that. Let's go to the comment section and we're gonna go to the final perspective.
Cool. Let's do it.
Jumping back into the cap and no cap conversation, Kellen for the culture said Buffalo versus Cleveland for the AFC Championship game, and Buffalo dress warm. It's it's gonna be cold.
Y'all are drunk as fuck. Y'all really think Cleveland about to beat Kansas City?
Liam Henry said bench was complete and Nash had them running. Talking about the Brooklyn Nets. That's Liam. That's a good ass comment. Yeah,
He was losing, man.
that's a good ass comment. He was losing. He was losing on off game. Every night KD played, they won. Right. Every night that KD didn't play, they lost. Okay.
6 and what?
I don't think they lost any game more than 10 points, right? Without KD. So I mean, Dalton Smith said Jets hired Robert Saleh. Yeah, okay. Shout out to Dalton, man. Good shit for putting that out there. Donovan Samuel said Lakers are winning the chip. It's already set in stone. Trust Raven said folks hate Lamar. He is on Jimmy Buckets this postseason. Watch.
Go ahead, Trust Raven. I love it.
Okay,
great take.
We not hating.
Folks hate who?
I love
Lamar Jackson. He said he's gonna be on his Jimmy Buckets this postseason. Okay, all right. Zach Guthrie said you should look at his numbers and accuracy on tight window passes. You'd be surprised. You talking about Lamar Jackson? I wouldn't be surprised. I'll just say this: Lamar has an arm that's strong enough to make tight window passes when guys think when guys think he is going to run. If he drops back to pass, like when he's like when he has to do when they're down by more than 2 touchdowns, you get the real Lamar Jackson passing.
If he's the better passer of the two, he'll be in the Super Bowl easily.
Yo, shout out to Will Henderson.
It's that simple. If he's a better passer than Josh Allen, he'll be in the Super Bowl.
Peace, Hollywood.
Shout out to you, Hollywood, man. Kellen for the Culture said, "I don't know what cat mean." That's indicative of exactly what we're talking about.
That's what the young generation.
No, he's lying. That's Cap. That's Cap right there. Liam Henry said, "Just, baby." That's Cap too. Trust Raven said, "If Kyrie acts up, send his ass to the Miami Dolphins." What? Oh, to Miami, just Miami. And then Dre back at Courtney said, "Final perspective. This whole time y'all think y'all been talking to someone named Dre. So somebody
who's that? James?
Probably James. Yeah. Shout out to Courtney, aka Lewis Riddick. What?
And you know what, guys? I gotta jump in.
I'll take that. I take Lewis.
No, because James know who Dre is, so this gotta be somebody else.
We're at the point right now.
We have Final Perspective.
We're at Final Perspective. So, man, we've had a real exciting show today. Thank you, man. The comment section has been lit. Look, I said lit. Wow, it's been exciting. Thank you guys for all of your just intelligent and thoughtful, well-informed comments.
Shout out to the Sweet Tea, man.
Yeah, you guys know y'all business. Shout out to the Sweet Tea. And also just, it's 2021 and we back.
Hollywood said stop it, Irv.
we took a little break during the holidays, but we back. And now it's time to go to our final perspective. So, let's see. D. Stanfield, professional. You going last.
Huh?
You going last today. Iceman, talk to me. How you feel?
Hey, man. Happy New Year to everyone. I'm glad to be back. Let's just make this year, much better. It's already getting off to a good start. Much better than what 2020 was. Let's not dwell on the past. And let's continue to stay safe, like I always say. And, let's just hopefully we can have a summer at least. That's what I'm hoping for. So man, I'm just glad to be back, man, and salute to everybody.
Good to have you back, brother.
Appreciate that.
Just in terms of my final perspective, I didn't have anything.
And go Bills. I'm sorry about that. Go Bills.
Didn't have anything real deep today.
Good
Go Ravens. But just just the whole move towards normalcy and what that would look like. Mm-hmm. Who knows what that's going to look like, but I guess there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Shout out to the media for highlighting what that Capitol riot actually was. Yeah. Thank you for calling it what it was, and just for the people who are intelligent enough not to get caught up and all of the craziness. Let's continue to love one another. Let's continue to be there for one another, and let's continue to just try and make the best lives for ourselves and our family, and then we all just kind of meet in the middle. But just shout out to everybody who's just trying to do their best they can and trying to make it during these times. Just love to anybody who's lost their job. Shout out to everybody that still has one. And that's all I got for you guys, man. Mr. Young and Talented, talk to me, man. What's your final perspective?
Final perspective. Glad to be back, man. Everybody be safe out there, man. We got, new stuff going on. The world is changing rapidly. New president, new everything. Let's invest more. Let's get into crypto. Let's read more.
Invest them stimmies, man.
And definitely invest them stimmies, man, for real. I know it's going up. I know Joe said he's finna get
some people got to pay rent.
Definitely pay your bills if you need to. But if you don't, before you buy a pair of Jordans,
say it again, Court.
Buy Nike.
Say it again, Court.
No, definitely pay your bills. Definitely pay your bills.
You got people out here even
me.
paying tithes before they pay their bills.
Please pay your bills.
Pay your bills first.
Make sure y'all stock up on water. Make sure you got your health in order. Eat your fruits. Eat your veggies. Get as natural, close to natural as you can.
Don't let Creflo swindle y'all.
Stay focused. Please don't. We have this thing right now. Like, all jokes aside, I do want to take a minute to go. Listen, I understand what happened at the Capitol. A week ago now? It was deep and it was crazy.
I got you.
And it was enough. I'm more so saying, please, let's not get thrown off with what's going on over there and get knocked off our pivot. Like, all that we was out here talking about and having Zoom meetings and marching and all that shit is all relevant. You feel me? It's still all relevant. So it's definitely not over. I really don't care who's in office, who's not in office. We definitely got a long way to go, but we got to jump on top of it now or we going to be forever hurt out here, y'all.
All right, cool. Mr. Professional, take us home.
Can I speak freely?
Please.
Yeah.
Please.
All right.
That's why I went.
Well, if you're going to incriminate yourself or me, please allow me to walk away.
Man, you're free to walk off the stage if you want. I mean, tonight I'm not going to hold you.
No, I
picked you for a reason.
I got you.
I know. You went off the strength of last night. I got you. Me and Ice got friends and family that's down in Capital City. That shit kind of hit hard. You got a motherfucker down in there. And I've been respectful for 45, almost his entire tenure. Partially because I feel like his rhetoric and his ignorance has invoked a movement amongst our people that I've never seen before. I've never seen voters and the general public being as intuitive and as inquisitive on the issues, the aldermen, like your city officials, understanding the issues, being involved. I've never seen this before. And all of this was invoked by ignorance. And I laughed. Me and Courtney had plenty of conversations. This shit was funny until you put my family in danger. Your words invoked a riot, which, to Irv's point, is largely considered to be acts of domestic terrorism.
It is.
And it put my family and one of my friends, to my knowledge, it could be more, but there's two people in my direct lineage that their lives were in danger, and and one of the people that lost their lives was a friend of one of my family members. I don't take that shit lightly. So all the games is out the door. So shout out to President-elect Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. I hope you govern yourselves accordingly, because clearly you are not coming in with a free and clear record. Me and Courtney have had this conversation as well. Although you are taking over a regime that has been misrepresented in a lot of cases, you are not without guilt and without fault. Since 1969, Court, am I right? 1969, Joe Biden has been on every crime bill that has decimated the cultures and the societies that have been engulfed by largely black and brown communities. And in 1994, he wrote the bill. He coined it, and it took him until August of 2020 to get a simple ass apology. I'm not letting that go. And Kamala Harris, yeah, I enjoy the fact that you made history, and you are the embodiment in terms of representation that for largely we had never had before Barack Obama, and now our young black women and black and brown women have somebody to look forward to as well. But let's be clear, you have an obligation to represent us and represent this country in a manner that is for the better good and not necessarily for your selfish ass selves, which is what we've been getting. The status quo is out the fucking door, and I'm over it. So I enjoyed this conversation about sports, but since you gave me this platform, it's time to start holding these motherfuckers accountable. And so while I got a voice up here, this is what I'm directing it towards. I appreciate everybody that tunes in. I appreciate everybody that supports this platform. I want to give a big shout out to John Ossoff and Raphael Warnock, especially John Ossoff, because he was up against the wall, against the political juggernaut known as David Perdue, who is actually a good guy. He's actually a decent dude.
You voted for Perdue?
I did not vote. No, I don't care. I did not vote for Perdue, but I have had interactions with David Perdue. I've had friends that have had interactions with him. He's legit a good dude.
Okay.
But when you support a guy like Donald Trump in times of turmoil that revolve around the rhetoric that he was spewing, and you couple that with how he handled the COVID-19, it can be detrimental to your political run.
Absolutely.
So, shout out to David Perdue, man. But I mean, you took an L. And shout out to Raphael Warnock, John Ossoff, and bigger shout out to Keisha Lance Bottoms and Stacey Abrams, because those black women helped to facilitate and coin a masterful campaign that should not be overlooked. And everybody that's out there talking about this campaign and this election was stolen and there's fraud. Let me just tell y'all this. I'm not gonna pussyfoot around this shit. There's fraud in every fucking election. Fuck y'all. Because when the Democrats talked about what Governor Kemp did, y'all just swept that shit up under the rug. But now that the tables is turned, now it's a big no. Take the good with the bad. Trevor Lawrence, you got to take the good with the bad. You got it in your freshman year. You lost in your last 2 years. Politically, take the good with the bad. Eat it, and let's move forward.
Hashtag.
Eat it, man. Like for real. Let's be solution oriented. Like real talk. I've been volunteering on political campaigns since I was 9. Me and my grandmother just had to talk about it 2 days ago. Not because I wanted to, but because she understood that was my obligation. Like we fought for that. Everybody that has melanin skin, at some point your ancestors fought for that. So you have an obligation. If you have an obligation that if you have an opportunity to make an impact and it can benefit your people, then you have an obligation to do that. And I'm sorry for going on this rant, but I really don't give a fuck how you feel. This is personal for me. Like, gotcha. Like, because if our bros had got fucked up, I don't know how I would have reacted. Like, real talk.
Shit would have been nuts.
Yo, so.
And they there.
In the
line of everything.
And it's fun. And it's funny because, like, Republicans thought this shit was a joke until their baseball game got shot up. Then they start talking about arms wars because it's personal. Well, guess what? This is personal for me.
All right.
So
that's what's up, and that's why he went last today. But listen, man, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I know we've been away for the past 2 weeks, but really what makes what we do is the comments and the interaction and you guys liking and sharing the show. So, just shout out to everybody that checked us out, whether you Hollywood, Angelique Fernandez, Dalton Smith, Trust Raven, Yuri, just the whole Kellen, the whole squad. Thank you to the Rise Up family. Thank you to OnPoint Network. And just thank you to everybody who just tune in and interact with us and listen to us do our thing, because we love what we do. We got love for one another. It's definitely a brotherhood up here. So I hope you guys like the energy and what we giving out. But as always, peace and blessings.
We the mafia.
Yeah. Shout out to HBCU Sports and Game Breakers and the OnPoint Network and finally the Rise Up Family platform, man. We really appreciate everything that y'all do, man. Shout out to y'all. Much love. Peace out.
Love you.